Let's understand this term first. In short, swatting is a practice where someone makes a fake call to the police, giving them the false impression that someone is in immediate danger. This typically results in police swarming the location they're sent to, prepped, and ready to arrest or shoot the alleged perpetrator. The name stems from the Special Weapons and Tactics Unit, which is the team usually sent to deal with hostage situations. At the time of the incident, Tyler Barris was a 25-year-old homeless man living in Los Angeles, California. His criminal history included incidents of domestic violence and had also served 16 months in jail for making false bomb threats against an elementary school in Los Angeles. He was also wanted by police in Panama City for calling approximately 30 other bomb threats. He was a popular swatter. On December 28, 2017, a fatal swatting incident occurred in Wichita, Kansas. It all began with an online argument over a $1.50 bet in an online match of Call of Duty. Two young men, Casey Viner and Shane Gaskell, fought over friendly fire in the Call of Duty game, and they ended up losing both the match and the $1.50 in wagers. The two gamers took to Twitter in an argument about the loss, where Viner threatened to swat Shane. Shane responded by giving him a false address for his residence, one that was occupied by an uninvolved person, Andrew Finch. The address was a place in Wichita where Shane previously resided with his family. Viner then contacted Tyler Barris and provided him with the address to swat Shane. Using voice over IP through the free Wi-Fi provided by a library, Tyler Barris called the Wichita Police Department. Barris, identifying himself as Brian, claimed that he was at the residence at 1033 West McCormick Street. He claimed to have fatally shot his father and was holding family members at gunpoint. Wichita Police Department officers, who were not SWAT team members and untrained for tactical situations or hostage rescues, responded to Barris's call and surrounded Finch's residence. As per Lisa, Andrew's mother, who was present at the scene, Andrew Finch saw the police lights outside and opened the front door to see what was happening. A Wichita police officer, who stood on the other side of the street, fired a single round as Finch reached into his waistband to pull up his falling pants. The bullet struck the unarmed man, piercing his heart and right lung. Andrew Finch was transported to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead 17 minutes after he was shot.
Walk this way! Walk!
The officer involved was eventually identified as Justin Rapp, a 7-year veteran of the force. The police then ordered Finch's mother and other family members to exit the residence. The family was handcuffed and taken to the police station for questioning. Finch's 18-year-old niece, Adelina, was raised by Andrew Finch and his mom, Lisa, after her own mother had died. She was 17 at the time of the shooting and witnessed her uncle's death. Adelina took her own life through a gunshot on January 11, 2019, and Lisa blames her death to the occurrences of December 28. Barris, Viner, and Shane were indicted in the United States District Court on May 23 on charges related to the swatting. Barris was charged with false information and hoaxes, cyberstalking resulting in death, interstate threats, conspiracy to make false reports, and wire fraud. Viner was charged with wire fraud, conspiracy to make false reports, obstruction of justice, and conspiracy to obstruct justice. Shane was charged with obstruction of justice, wire fraud, and conspiracy to obstruct justice. On October 26, 2018, 46 additional charges against Barris were added. They included financial fraud and fake threats of bombs and shootings made to police and schools. He pleaded guilty to 51 federal charges and was recommended a 20-year prison sentence. Viner pleaded guilty to conspiracy and obstruction of justice and was sentenced to 15 months in prison. In addition, he received 2 years of probation, during which he would be banned from playing video games. Viner was released from custody on November 14, 2020. It was reported that Shane struck a deal for deferred prosecution that could allow the charges against him to be dropped. Under the terms of Shane's pretrial diversion agreement, the government agreed not to pursue prosecution for at least 18 months. Shane agreed to forego any defenses related to a speedy trial, and agreed to pay $1,000 for restitution costs and penalties. However, in September 2021, it was reported that Shane had violated the terms of his pre-trial diversion, and the trial against him resumed. He pled guilty to one count of wire fraud in May 2022 and was sentenced to 18 months in prison.